Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Congratulations on the win. We will start taking questions. The first one tonight, Alex, is from Scott Docterman.
Alex, how much did you think you were going to get a chance to play this week? And how much did you actually practice with the first team throughout the week?
You never know when you're going to get the opportunity. I got a few reps with the first team this week, but my job is to prepare like the starter every week, and I've been doing that over the course of this season, and just be ready when my opportunity happens, and that's what happened today.
The next question, Alex, is from John Steppe.
What were the emotions like when your number got called today?
Yeah, definitely some nerves. There were definitely some of those, but just excited because I have a great group of guys around me that made my job easy. So just excited to get in there and play some.
Alex, the next question is from Chad Leistico.
Congrats, Alex, on the win. How big of a confidence boost was it for you to lead the team on a touchdown drive, being your first action of the game? Which would be your first real meaningful action of your career?
It was definitely a confidence boost. I think we were struggling a little bit on the first couple drives, but being able to put together a tough touchdown drive there was really crucial part of the game. So always happy to have touchdowns.
The next question, Alex, is from Tom Caker.
Alex, talk about your relationship with Keegan Johnson and Arlen Bruce. You seem to have a good chemistry with them in the passing game.
Yeah, they're two young guys that are really talented. You kind of have to have them on the field just because of the things they can do with the ball in their hands. They didn't get a whole ton of reps at the beginning of the season, so they're running with the second team, and I got a lot of work with them. So I have great chemistry with them. But like I said before, they're great players. They're going to do well no matter who the quarterback is.
Alex, the next question is from Kennington Smith.
Hey, Alex, congrats on the win. How would you evaluate the play of the offensive line? How comfortable did you feel back there in pass protection and getting the ground game going as well?
Yeah, I thought they played great today. I was very comfortable back there. I don't remember taking too many hits. I thought they played a great game today. They were pushing in the run game. I know Tyler had quite a few yards. But yeah, I thought they played great today. We have a great group of guys up front. They work hard and they played well today.
The next question is from Mike Halas.
If you would describe those first two drives, those two scoring drives, I should say, what was working? What did it feel like out there? Did you have time to really think? Just anything, your impressions in general.
Yeah, on those two drives, I thought we ran the ball really well, which kind of opened up stuff in the rollout game and the play action game. So credit to our offensive line, credit to our receivers and our running backs. They ran hard. Guys up front blocked hard. And on those two drives, it was kind of a mix of everything. Just guys working together, and they did a great job.
The next question from Chad Leistico.
Alex, can you just kind of describe what it's like to be a backup quarterback and just wait for that opportunity, and then to actually get that opportunity? Can you just kind of describe that, what it takes to be a good backup?
Yeah, you got to prepare every week like you're the starter. I've been doing that over the course of the season. Like I said before, you just have to be ready and waiting for your opportunity, and don't waste that opportunity when it comes around. So, like I said before, I have a great group of guys around me that made my job easy tonight. So, credit to them.
The next question from Scott Docterman.
Alex, what was the conversation like when you did go into the game? I mean, was it something that you were aware of that you could probably get in, or was it, hey, you're in, Spencer's shoulder's hurting? I mean, what was kind of the context of the conversation?
It was kind of out of the blue. It was just kind of a surprise to me, but not too much time to think about it. Have to go in and execute the plays, and like I said, no time to think about it. Just have to go in and do what the team needed.
It looked like you really, one of your passes to Keegan, where you just gave him a shot. And was that kind of your mentality, was let your receiver go up and get the ball? I mean, because it was he's pretty well covered at that point.
Right, yeah. Anytime I have a one-on-one, with Keegan, who's obviously a great player, I'm very confident in him that he can make a play for our team. So, yeah, that was kind of my thought process on that.
Alex, the next question from Tom Caker.
Alex, who comes over to tell you that you're going in? Is it Ken? Is it Brian? Is it Kirk? Who comes in and talks to you?
Well, I'm on the headset, so I kind of hear everything that's going on. So I just heard the coaches what they were saying, and that's how it went.
The next question from Jack Lito.
Hey, Alex, similar question. What about during the game, drive after drive, and maybe post game? What did Kirk and Brian kind of say to you as you were going in, or did they say basically the same thing they would say to Spencer?
Basically the same thing. There wasn't really too many words about it. Just kind of go in, do your thing. There wasn't really anything different than what would be said to any other quarterback. So,
Alex, the next question from Mike Loss.
The second half was no bed of roses for the offense, but was the philosophy just don't beat ourselves, don't turn the ball over, play clean football?
yeah, I thought our philosophy was the same in the second half. Credit to them. They have a good defense. They had some looks that stopped us and we weren't prepared for, but I thought we fought hard in the second half. Just some things didn't roll our way.
Next question from Steve Batterson.
Hey, Alex, in what ways did Spencer help you once you did get into the game tonight?
Yeah, he really rallied around me. He was giving me a whole bunch of tips because this is my first real action as a player here at Iowa. So he was very supportive, giving me a whole bunch of tips. And, he's a great player, great teammate. I'm with him more than anyone else. So big thanks to him.
The final question for Alex Padilla is from Scott Ackerman.
Yeah, I just want to ask about the speed of the game. Was it different than you expected, or was it about the same? And then also, I think of one of the sacks, you got kind of punched in the head or punched in the helmet. Didn't get called, so I don't know if my eyes were deceiving me or if that really happened.
Yeah, I've played in a few games before. I think first Wisconsin last week was kind of my first real action against first-team defense. But, I can't really talk about the speed too much because I don't know really how to gauge it. But, credit to the guys I have around me. Great group of guys that made my job easy. So credit to them. I'm thankful for them.
All right, Alex, thanks so much for your time tonight. And
Thank you.
congratulations.
Done in the run game, and it showed tonight, and our consistency showed tonight, and that's pretty much what happened.
Tyler, the next question from Scott Ackerman.
Yeah, Tyler, perhaps it's coincidental, but I think you look at what happened with Alex coming in. It seemed to provide at least a little bit of an energy and a spark. I mean, can you kind of describe what it was like when he came in and get a couple of passes? And as an offense, you guys seem to be rolling for a few drives after that.
Yep, Alex is a outstanding quarterback, and he prepares well as if he's the starting QB. It wasn't a big deal for us that Spence went down and Alex came in because it's always a next man mentality for us, whether our starter goes down or even the backup goes down. It's always a next man mentality. So for Alex to come in there and look as comfortable and superior as he did is just amazing to see, and just to know that we have good character guys on this team that can get the job done.
He looked really calm and confident. Did he have a lot of snaps with the first unit this year, or this week, I should say?
Yes, he does. The coaches do a good job throughout this whole season, just making sure he gets snapped with the ones and make sure the timing is right with the starting group, just so when the situation like today comes up again or in the future, he'll be ready for those situations. And it showed. Like I said, Alex does a great job in watching film, studying film on other defenses, and getting ready to get prepared for any other competition.
Next question, Tyler, is from Tom Caker.
Tyler, did you kind of have a good idea that Spencer was banged up as much as he was, and did it surprise you when they made the change and kind of took him out of the game?
Yes, we had an idea that he was banged up, through practice, especially at the beginning of the week. It was worse than what it is today, I'm assuming. But throughout practice, we had an idea that he had something going on with his shoulder. I don't know exactly what it was. But we just had to get Alex prepared and be ready for any type of situation because we knew it's a possibility that he could come in today's game and go in there and produce, and that's what he did.
The next question, Tyler, from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Tyler, First of all, it's been a while since you scored a touchdown. What was that like? And also, just what was it like seeing all the young guys kind of get into the mix? Tyrone had a bunch of targets, and of course Arlen and Keegan played really well as well.
Yes, it's always good to get back in the end zone. It's not promised every game, which is not a good thing. We wish it was promised every game, but that's part of the game. And just going out there and scoring my first touchdown in a couple games was just an amazing feeling. And on the second note, just able to see Keegan and AB come in as first-year players and produce the way they're producing is just amazing to see. And they get credit just to what they do in practice. Everything starts in practice. If you're not practicing well, then you won't be able to play well on Saturdays. And they do everything they can just to have the upper hand on their competition. And it's also good to see other guys like Tyrone and Nico get some catches as well.
Next question from John Steppe.
Was it difficult being patient over the last few games when the openings just weren't there and now you finally got them?
Yeah, it's part of my position. Not every game is going to be a big game as a running back. I know some games is going to be I have to stick my head in there and get 2 to 3 yards of carry, and that's just how the game is going to be. Other games, it might pop for 10, 15 yards, maybe get an explosive play over 20. That's just the game of football, and that's really my mentality in going into each and every game. I study the guys that we face each and every week and see what type of game it will be, and I go from there. And from there, it's just me all about staying positive and being patient and just waiting for the big runs to come to me.
Next question from Kennington Smith.
Hey, Tyler, over the last few weeks, the offensive line has taken a lot of criticism. Even though Mason Richmond went down, the offensive line seemed to perform well. The running game was getting going. How much of a confidence booster do you think this will be for the line moving forward, a performance like this?
Yes, it gives us a lot of confidence boost. Going into this week, we prided ourselves on consistency, and I told y'all that earlier in the week. We're very close in the run game. We just have to get guys to the right spots and the right places on each and every single down. And like I said, when Mason went down, it's just not a big deal for us. It's just next man mentality, and we pride ourselves on that and the team, and it just shows in the games.
2 more questions for Tyler Goodson. The first one is from Chris Warner.
Hey, Tyler. Just how nice was it to see Gavin get in there and have some success backing you up out of the backfield?
Yes, it's amazing to see those guys come in and play, because those guys have been waiting on the opportunity to play all year. They do a good job in practice, being prepared for any situation. And once they knew they had the opportunity to play this week, it's like they were they brought their focus to even being even more detailed, and it showed in the game today. And he was very successful. So it's always good to see him flourish in the game he loves.
The final question tonight is from Jack Lito.
Hi, Tyler. Congrats on the win.
Yep.
I wanted to ask about when Alex came in, there was a 15 or so yard play to Keegan. A 15-yard play, it's not incredibly long, but how can something like that spark the offense and lead to your touchdown?
It definitely sparks the offense because, not every play is a 15-yard play, especially when he comes off the bench and his first play is a 15-yard pass. It gives him confidence and allows him to stay relaxed in the pocket, and it gives our offense a confidence boost. And seeing a big game like that and knowing that it gives us the opportunity to set ourselves up to score. So it's always a big deal for us to get 10, 15, 20 yards and explosive play for this offense.
Tyler, thank you so much for your time tonight. Congratulations on the win.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. All right, wonderful. 2 interceptions tonight for Dane Belton. If you have for Mr. Belton, please raise your hand. We will get started with a question from John Steppe.
Dean, walk me through what that second interception was like. What was kind of your mindset there and how you saw that pass coming in?
Excuse me. At the end of the game, we knew that they had to move the ball down the field quickly. And it was just a route concept that we had studied all week. A lot of teams like to hit it against us, and we had practiced it, matching the route. And I felt like, just when the play developed, I kind of seen based off my, our practice throughout the week, it kind of came to me, and I just credit that to the way we practice and the coaches for giving us that, that game plan and giving us the right looks. And I was in the right spot, did what I was supposed to do, and the ball came. So it was a great play.
Dane, the next question is from Scott Basterman.
Yeah, Dane, what was it like today after, the last couple of games you didn't get any interceptions, and for the first 6, it seemed like you got 5 or 6. It felt like every game. What was it like to get back into that, especially for you to get 2, but just for the defense to get those takeaways, which were so essential to get you to a 6-0 record to start the season?
Personally, it's a great feeling. As a defensive back, that's what you want to do. You want to create turnovers. So for me to be able to do that today was great. And as for the team, that's what we pride ourselves on as well. Creating turnovers, getting the ball back for our offense. And the past couple games we weren't able to do that, but I feel like the way we prepare and the way we practice doesn't change. So I feel like we continued on that. Emphasizing turnovers and making plays. And today was a great illustration of the way we practice and carry over from the work week.
The next question is from John Steppe.
What was it like getting to see Jamari get his first career interception, and how have you seen him step up with Riley and Terry out?
Oh, it was great. Anytime a teammate gets their first interception, it's like welcome to a club. You know what I mean? We just congratulate him, and it was a great for him to be able to get that make a play like that, and we just celebrate with him. And I feel like Jamar has been definitely developing well. He stepped in right when he needed to be. Even before he was starting, he was preparing hard, watching film, practicing hard as well, just right with us. So I felt like he was definitely ready for the opportunity, and I'm just so glad that he could get that interception and join the club.
Okay, the next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Dave, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know we don't know a lot about Alex Padilla. We barely talked to him. I know you came in his recruiting class. What can you tell us about him as a leader, as a teammate? A guy that obviously you rallied around today.
One thing, he's a hard worker. You can always trust on him to get extra reps after or before practice or on our off day. And just another thing, he's one of the guys that you can trust to get the job done. Anything that is tasked to him, he's not a very loud guy, but it's one of those guys you can trust that he'll do his job and do his part. So I felt like that show today, just being thrown in there, and we trusted him. We played behind him on defense. We want to create opportunities for the offense, and he played extremely well and helped the team overall. So it was glad to see him out there as well.
Okay, the next question from Scott Dockerman.
Yeah, when you got that last interception, was there almost a relief there because they had really kind of gone up and down the field on you for the last probably quarter of the game? Was it okay? Sweet, this is over with because it looked to be kind of at a tipping point in that game.
I wouldn't say it was quite relief. I feel like we want to go out there and make a play. We knew we had to make a play, and the game was basically riding on us. So I felt like that was our mindset going out, and just to be able to do that, it's not quite a relief. Like I would just explain it as we did what we were supposed to do, and we put out the fire and ended the game. So I felt like it was a good thing. It was a good opportunity for us, a good opportunity for me, and it just what we pride ourselves on, getting takeaways.
Next question from John Steppe.
It kind of has been a while since you had a happy winning locker room. How did it feel to be once again having a celebration at the end of a game?
Oh, it felt great. That's what you play for. You love the game and you love to celebrate, victories, and being able to get back in that mood in the locker room. All of us worked together through a hard week, and we come out here and battle for 60 minutes. That's football. That's college football, and for us to be able to do that as a team is the biggest thing, overall. So, being back in that locker room, celebrating, happy smiles, people played well, and enjoying the victory. That's the best thing about college football.
All right, Dane, get back in that locker room and enjoy it. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.
Right along. Keegan, congratulations on the W tonight. First question will be from Scott Dockerman.
Yeah, Keegan, what was it like when Alex got in the game and then he gave you a couple of plays right away, gave you a shot to make a play, and he made the most of it? What did you think of that, just getting involved that early?
Well, we coming into the week, we knew Spence was a little dinged up early in the week, so Alex was taking some first team reps, and I knew that if he did have to come in, he'd also be ready, and I think that was just that connection that we had worked on earlier this week in practice just paying off, and I mean, it felt good, to get the offensive spark and then later on punch it in. I mean, it felt great. So,
Keegan, the next question from Chad Leistico.
Alex mentioned that you and him and Arlen have been running a lot of second team reps a lot of this year. So do you feel like you have a little bit more of a special connection, and that paid off a little bit today? A big second quarter there.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. I think that's one of the main things that played into our success through the passing game today was that me and Arlen, when we first got here, we were taking second team reps with Alex, and we both feel comfortable with Alex, so we feel comfortable with Spencer too, but we knew that if Alex had to step in, that we kind of already had that connection down. And I mean, we went through spring ball and fall ball with Alex, so I mean, it just felt good to keep that connection going in the game. So yeah.
Keegan, the next question from Jack Vito.
Hey Keegan, on Alex's first drive, the two biggest plays of the game up until that point were, it was just a 10, 15-yard out route from you and then a jump ball. Can you walk me through those two plays and how they impacted that drive that led to the Goodson touchdown and how that kind of snowballed throughout the game?
Yeah, I think kind of like I mentioned earlier, just providing the spark. Sometimes you just got to see it, and that motivates the other guys. And I mean, I feel like we have the players to do that. And I mean, it just feels good just seeing it pay off because we know, as I mentioned earlier in the week, that we have the players to have a productive offense. And I think just seeing that pay off and then seeing how that affected the rest of the drive and going on and getting the win. I mean, it just feels good. So yeah.
There are no further questions for Keegan.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time tonight. Zach, are you okay?
Sorry, what was that?
You can hear me all right?
Yeah. Could we turn the volume up a little, or is there any way to? They just press plus. All right, try now.
Zach Van Valkenburg,
that's
hear
good.
me all right?
Sure.
Much better. All right. Hey, we'll just get things started right here in the postgame. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Zach, please raise your hand by clicking on the participant button at the bottom of your screen.
It's good.
I'm having technical difficulties here all of a sudden. All right, Zach, the first question's from John Steppe. Go ahead, John.
Zach, what went right there for the defense to get a few turnovers there after really not having that the last couple games?
Yeah, I think just continuing to play our game. I think we got a healthy amount of pressure. Obviously, we can. We're going to look at the tape. I'm sure we can improve a lot on that still. So obviously that helped a little. But just guys doing their assignments in the secondary. I don't think it was anything. There was no reason why we weren't getting them before. It's just guys doing their job, and those things sort of just come naturally.
Zach, the next question from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Zach, just give me a sense of kind of the relief or I guess just whatever feeling you have right now to post your guys' first win in about a month.
Yeah, obviously, it's been a while since our last win, and it's good to get over the hump. It's good to get back on track. Obviously, there's a lot of things that we can clean up from today. But, hats off to, the guys from Northwestern. They play their tails off. They always come ready to play, and I think that was pretty evident tonight.
The next question from John Steppe.
What was it like getting to see Jamari get his first career interception, and how have you seen him step up with Riley and Thierry out?
Yeah, like guys across our team, he's been working hard. Even if he's not getting in the game all the time, he's been working hard in practice every day. And obviously with Riley and Terry out, he had to step up to the plate. That's our next man in mentality, and I think he did a great job.
Next question from Chad Leistico.
Hey, I know there's a question about the offense. Can you just give me a sense of the lift you guys got when Alex Padilla came in the game? You guys scored 2 touchdowns. Seems like you guys are getting excited again.
Yeah, I mean, anytime our offense is gaining yards and flowing well, we're going to get excited for them, and we're going to be there to support them. When they're not, we need to get the ball back in their hands. And I think we had some good complimentary football tonight. And Alex obviously did a great job.
The next question, Zach, from Scott Doctor.
Yeah, Zach, I mean, kind of on those lines. I mean, it seemed like Alex really kind of gave you guys a charge at both sides of the ball for a quarter or so. I mean, did you watch much of the way you played, and if you did, what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, I can't. I'm not exactly a quarterback expert, so I don't know if I can answer that the way you want me to. But obviously he did a good job, and we came out with the win, so no complaints here.
Next question from Tom Caker.
Zach, the pass rush seemed to be getting home a little bit more in this game. What did you guys do, or what did you see out there that allowed you guys to get to the quarterback more?
Like with the turnovers, it's not something that it's just little details, things like that, where we were able to get there tonight a little bit more than before, and it's just some extra details we had to work on in practice, just really little things, and obviously we can keep working to improve those even more.
Next question from John Steve.
What was it like then when you got to see Dane get that interception there on the final drive to kind of clinch it?
That was awesome. Obviously, we thought we were going to be in a 2-minute situation. They needed to score, and that was obviously that was a big relief to see him make that play. And obviously, he's been working really hard all year. And I was really excited, really relieved, but I can't say I was surprised.
Anything else for Zach? Zach, we'll go back to John Steffi.
The first 6 drives keeping Northwestern scoreless, the longest you've gone all season. What was going right to have those early stops that haven't always happened this season?
So just winning on first and second down, getting people behind the chains is huge. When you can force people into third and longs rather than third and shorts. Like you said, those first 6 drives went really well, and then we started letting them get into some third and short situations, and that's where they started to convert a little. So that's really something we focus on, is winning on first and second down.